Hi all, Lee Varis here with Phototech Tuesday. Each week I'll be posting a new video about photography, technology, art, and more. Today, having just returned from our Venice Carnival photo-adventure, I'm looking at the magic that is Carnival. Venice Carnival is a dream destination for photographers, offering a mesmerizing blend of history, mystery, and artistry. With its elaborate Baroque masks, opulent costumes, and the ethereal glow of Venetian canals, every corner becomes a scene from a bygone era. The interplay of soft morning mist, golden sunsets, and flickering lanterns creates an ever-changing canvas of light and shadow. Whether capturing masked figures gliding through St. Mark's Square, reflections on the Grand Canal, or intimate street portraits, the festival provides endless opportunities for dramatic and storytelling photography. Let's take a look at some of the photos from this year's adventure. Venice. Here's one of the iconic scenes from the Accademia Bridge looking out over the Grand Canal towards San Salute, which was the church that was built during the plague to end the plague. And it's one of the really classic scenes here. You can tell Venice is a city on the water, and that means lots of boats. The major form of transportation in Venice is the gondola. And everywhere you look, there's canals, there's water, and that means boats that transport you to and from all the locations you would want in Venice. This is an infrared shot taken from the Rialto Bridge. Always interesting to try out different techniques. Anyway, when you come to Venice, you have to take a boat from the airport to go into Venice, and eventually you're navigating through narrow canals to get to your destination, and it's all around every corner is another fascinating little scene. And whereas there's canals, there are bridges. Here's the Accademia Bridge. That's where I took that front shot of San Salute in the background. And here is the iconic St. Mark's Square. It's the space between the two buildings that are facing the canal, facing us. The large tower, the Campanile, is sort of the landmark for the center of town, and all of the activity, well, not all of it, but quite a great deal of activity happens here during Carnival. You can see the crowds of people, and you can get a sense of how much at sea level this town is, literally inches above sea level. There's water everywhere. Here's another shot from the Rialto Bridge. In Venice, the two main locations are St. Mark's Square, which is we saw in the previous shot, and the Rialto Bridge, where I'm standing right now looking back out over the canal. You'll see signs up on the streets that point towards either Rialto Bridge, they'll just say Rialto, and another sign will say St. Mark's. So you know where you are. You can follow these signs to get to the major locations. Here's some rooftops that you can see from the window of our hotel room on the what would be our fifth floor, and in Italy it would be considered the fourth floor of our walk-up hotel. We always stay at this great little Pension Guarato with a very unassuming entryway here off this little alley. And this hotel was established in 1288 and reestablished in 1955. So quite old, very charming, spacious rooms, but this would be considered more of a budget hotel because there's no elevator, 5-story walk-up. But it is centrally located, and it's an ideal location to get to all of the events that happen in Carnival. And one of the main activities is every morning, the 2 weeks before Fat Tuesday, which is the day of Carnival, every morning the costumers and photographers will gather out on the Grand Canal at St. Mark's Square, right next to the Doge's Palace. Here you can see the street lights are still on because the sun has not come up yet. And the costumers will gather out here knowing that only the good photographers will show up because they're the ones with flash and they know how to light the subjects. So we have, lately we've been having a lot of fog in the mornings, which is really fascinating. Really get some great shots. And you can see this is sort of the scene early in the morning. Photographers all shooting. The costumers are standing there very patiently, will pose for you for hours as the sun is coming up. And you get shots like this. Every year the costumes are different, and it's really just a great situation. We have plenty of time to frame up your shots, and the costumers will pose for you. And this situation offers the ability to do little special effects. So here I have the flash off camera on a stand, and lighting from the left side, and the flash duration is so brief that it freezes any action. So if you're shaking the camera, or in this case I'm zooming the camera during a longer exposure to pull in the light from the background, you can get this blurry, sharp kind of effect that's quite attractive. You don't have to shoot towards the canal. We can go the other direction and shoot under the portico of the Doge's Palace. When the lights are still up, you can get little scenes like this. This is Paul Burt. We've gotten to know a lot of the costumers, and a lot of these costumers are very willing to do private shoots with our group, because they know they're going to get really great photographs. You can also photograph out in the plaza just across from the Doge's Palace here. Here's that zooming technique again with the flash. And here's another shot from Bridge of Sighs. This is another iconic location that the costumers like to pose in, and always great photo opportunities in Venice during Carnival. And as the light starts coming up, you get more color in the background. This was a foggy morning, but as the light came up, it was really nice and blue, and the color contrast with this pink costume really caught my eye. Here we have Patrick and Christelle. We photographed Patrick quite a bit, and this year was no exception. Here you can see, again, the light is coming up, getting more information in the background, but we still have to light with a flash from the front to fill in. And get some great shots, always great shots. One of the things that the costumers do is they bring a little business card with their email address on it. Here you can kind of see a picture. One of them has pulled out their card. They want you to take these cards because they want you to send them pictures. They're out here very early in the morning posing for free. Anybody with a camera can show up and take pictures. But if you don't ask for a business card, they kind of know you don't know what you're doing, and they won't give you as much attention. If you ask for a card, they kind of know, all right, you know the drill, and they're more likely to spend some time posing with you and taking direction from you. So you can get, again, really interesting shots. Even though this is a foggy day, the sun is coming up and things are getting light in the background. Eventually the sun does come up, and it makes for some interesting skies if you have a good sunrise. You also get the sun shining at a low angle underneath the portico of the Doge's Palace and casting shadows. And you can always make some really interesting shots with that. Here's another infrared shot. I love shooting infrared, even though it really distorts the color quite a bit. It does make for interesting photos. Here's another one of our, what we call our primo costumers. These are people that show up every year. We've gotten to know them, and they will work with us. This is Cindy Peterson. She's always amazing. She really knows how to pose, and she works with us privately on a number of shoots. And here she is again under the Doge's Palace portico, and here again another angle. These arches make a great background for placing your costumers. On the other end, it will stay darker longer, so sometimes you can get shots like this. Again, you need that flash to add that lighting to really make these costumes sing. And eventually you're going to come out underneath the portico and out into the plaza, where they are still waiting for you. Here's Paul Burt and his friend. We've gotten to know Paul quite a bit, and he's always willing to pose for us. Another infrared shot under the portico of the Doge's Palace. And if you get that early morning light, you can get this really dramatic contrasty light that hits the costumer with the portico, the arches in the shade, makes for a very dramatic picture. Now, the Doge's Palace is not the only place that costumers gather. There's a big gathering at the Arsenal, which is the old boat building area. And there's a plaza there that they all like to gather at. So here we have some costumers posing in front of the clock towers there at the Arsenal. And there's always opportunities to get great shots. They're all willing to stand and be photographed. All you really need to do is ask for that business card. And we've found that of all the photographers that take pictures, and even the ones that ask for the business cards, only about 10% actually send them the pictures. So they've gotten to know that we always send them pictures, and so everybody is very eager to work with us, and we can always get great costumers to pose for us wherever we go. This is at San Giorgio. So at the Doge's Palace in the Grand Canal, that's great for early morning. St. Giorgio's Church is across the canal from the St. Mark's Square, and it's good for sunset. So here we have late afternoon, the sun is going down, low angle light, warm colors, really great for these very colorful costumes. And again, the costumers will gather here, and they're very willing to pose for you for quite a while until you're satisfied that you've gotten your shot. You can also find costumers just randomly anywhere in Venice during this time. They're all over the city. And when you happen upon something, they're very eager to pose for you and get a shot. Here's Patrick and Christelle again. We use them for a number of setup photo shoots. We rent a gondola for our costumers, and we have our participants in the gondola. Here you can see they're photographing Cindy, who's sitting there in the gondola. You get some great shots. The gondola travels around these canals, and we get the great shots with the costumer and the gondolier and the city of Venice. Really a great photographic opportunity, and we set that up for our participants. Here's one of the costumers in the gondola. Another location that we love to go to is Burano. Burano is a World Heritage Site. It's very unique. It's one of the little islands that is the collection of islands around Venice, including Murano, which is a glass-blowing island. And Burano is lace making. Historically, they were a place where they made gorgeous lace. And you can still find shops that sell it and will give you demos of lace making. The colorful city, all the buildings in Burano are painted bright colors. Canals run everywhere. Here we have the leaning tower of this church, which eventually is going to fall over. But if you get to Venice before it falls over, you can get some great shots here. And it's always fascinating, different weather. We love it when it's foggy. We love it when it's sunny. There's multiple opportunities. Just around every corner you can see a little scene that's just graphically striking with the bright colors. And the inhabitants are very aware that their city is the colorful city, and so they go out of their way to just have color awareness with all their everyday items. So here you see these brooms hanging up, and they are actually color coordinated with the background that they're hanging on. Another unique thing about Burano is that it must have been a contest at some point for who could have the most creative front door. And it's really fun to walk through the city and just concentrate on taking pictures of the front doors. They're always really different, and they're always very creative, handmade. Each door is unique. So this is a great little a great little photo opportunity to just document all these amazing doors and the colorful locations that these things exist in. But what we do, which is also kind of unique for our participants, is we organize a special shoot with costumers. We bring special costumers with us who stay with us as we explore the city of Burano, and we get all these great shots. This year we had Manella, also known as Ute, in the red here, Lily in the purple, and Limoncello. A lot of times the costumers have stage names. So Limoncello is her stage name, and they were very great, fantastic subjects for our tour of Burano. Always eager to pose, and they were just naturals at it. So we didn't have to give them a lot of direction. They were great at this. We got all these great shots. One of my favorite locations in Burano is this sort of, I call it the Jackson Pollock wall. This wall is actually painted like this, and we've actually seen the artist come by and touch it up. So it's always there. It always looks like this. It's slightly different but it's almost always this sort of blue and brick color going on. We really were, this year we really were enamored of the Tintype app on the iPhone. We got these great sort of simulated old-timey Tintype wet plate collodion type pictures. And it was really appropriate with the costumes and the location, even though it's all black and white for the old-timey pictures. We did have a lot of fun with it. All the participants downloaded this app and were just going to town with it. Great opportunities with the costumers in Burano, and you can get the locals involved. Here are these guys at the local bar. They're always there, and we got them to come out and say hello to us. And just a lot of fun, a lot of great shots to be had in Burano. And the Tintype also gives us that kind of old, bygone era kind of feel to this location. Really stunning place with some great photography. Another location that we go to, and we arrange this for a private shoot, we rent the Casa Greta Hotel, the grand ballroom, or the grand hallway here, the grand staircase that leads up to this big hallway. This is a Renaissance era staircase with Renaissance paintings on the walls and the ceiling. It's an amazing location. We bring a couple of B10, Profoto B10 flashes in here to light it. And we set this all up. This is Waltraud and Evald, one of the top costumers in Venice for Carnival, and they always like to work with us. And this is one of the shoots that we arrange. Really, it's just a fantastic location. And at the top of this staircase is an amazing room with tapestries hanging on the wall and an amazing crystal cut glass window that lets in this gorgeous light. Here's Waltraud and Evald again. And here's sort of a behind the scenes. You can see this is the window up there, and this gorgeous light comes in from this window. It's very easy to get really amazing shots. Here is Sabina, one of our favorite costumers who works with us. And just without using any lighting, just the light from the window, you can get these amazing shots. We always like to get light in the eyes, so you can see the eyes under the mask. And very easy to do with this location. Beautiful, beautiful light. Back to Venice at large. It's always about the water and gondolas, and just a great location. This is looking back at San Giorgio and the canals, again from Rialto Bridge. It's an infrared shot. When there's fog, which has been happening more in recent years, I think probably because of climate warming, we get these great scenes with the fog that are just mystical and magical. Whether it's the architecture or the costumers, Venice is just a photographic marvel. Gondolas are great subjects, the details of the architecture in the walls. We also arrange many, many private shoots. One of our favorite ones, which we've been doing for years, is this sort of light painting shoot. These are Les Dragons, some French costumers that it's a whole family here with the kids and the parents that come, and they have these really elaborate costumes, really fascinating. We have a lot of fun with that. And So that was kind of just a small taste of what Venice was like for us this last year. It's different every year. We have a great time. And so right now we say goodbye to Venice, and we are looking forward to coming back next year. And I hope to see you there. Well, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this slideshow, and hopefully you can join us on our next photo adventure in Venice for Carnival. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell so you don't miss another Photo Tech Tuesday, and I'll see you next time. You might consider joining us for a travel adventure. You can check out our trips and in-person workshops at our website, BobbiandLeesPhoto-Adventures.com. Our upcoming adventures, our next photo adventure will be our street shooting tour of the ethnically diverse neighborhoods of New York. That's June 1st through 6th. Our last photo adventure for the coming year will be an amazing once-in-a-lifetime India for beginners, a first-class luxury tour, including the Taj Mahal, a glamping tiger safari, and the Pushkar Camel Festival, and that's October 17th through 29th. Next year, we will again go to Venice for Carnival, and the sign-up is now live, so check out the website for more info. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on our next photo adventure. Bye for now.